Alrighty, we are on live after a little bit of a technical hitch that nearly gave me a heart attack.
Don't worry, I sorted it.
No, yeah, I was waiting for you to say something. Oh my, oh my. Anyway, we're all on now, so hopefully we'll get a few people joining us now shortly. Hey Jesse, how you doing? Slight technical problem when I went to log in and create tonight's show. Twitch said to me, "You've remained logged in for too long. Re-enter all your details." So I had to reset everything because I didn't take a note of what I should have. But anyway, it's all good. We're here now. So
I sorted it.
her indoors is claiming that she sorted it, but I can be rest assured that she done the right thing by not saying a word to me or coming anywhere near me during the whole escapade. Self-preservation, that is. Yes, indeed. She knew better. The veins sitting on my forehead told her that this is not a time for you to start saying, "Would you like me to sort it out for you?" She's sitting here with a big grin on her face because she knows my girl done good by just staying clear away from me and not saying, "Oh, is it this? Is it that?" It's just nada. So she kicked in. Liz the Legends just sent me a message saying, "Are you okay, buddy?" Let me just send her back. I am now. So she should be in very shortly. Alrighty. Her indoors, can you hear the music in the background? No, that's good.
What am I supposed to do?
It seems that people might have been thinking, "Oh my God, what's happened to him?" Alright. Okay, so I am going to go and start sharing a few feeds on Facebook. Liz, great, thanks for the message. I just got it. Yeah, I had a little bit of an issue, which I'll tell you all about in a minute. Anyway, I'm going to go and share a couple of Facebook streams. So if anyone comes in, or when they come in, can you keep pushing them to ask them to share the Facebook live stream? That's why I'm leaving it on the screen. Thank you very much. You're both darlings, if you're the only two that are in. Good evening, everybody. Nice to see some more of you on board. Sorry about the little delay in getting the show up and going. Had a little bit of a technical issue, but I have to say, what can I tell you? I am absolutely blessed to have her indoors as head of technical department tonight. Played a stormer, folks. She played a stormer. She done exactly what she should do. Nothing. Stay out of my way. Don't start asking me questions. She played a stormer, folks. What can I tell you? We are the dream team tonight. Well done, her indoors. Raffle. She's even Hey, I might keep you. She's even.
I was reading the chat.
Oh, you're reading the chat. Okay. There, she's getting credit. She's getting credit for telling me to get the raffle going. Hold on. Your fans are now going, go her indoors. Unbelievable, man. Oh, she's even. Look. Oh my God. She's even got Jan the Man's whistle ready. Progress, not perfection. What can I tell you? Okay, folks, I am just about to get the giveaways up and going. Tonight we will be playing for one of the Irish Questionmark mugs. And boom shakallah, it should have just started. Her indoors, has it started? It sure has, her indoors. I think she's going to hide the front doorbell because we always have the fear that Liz might arrive, Liz the legend might arrive, just to ring the doorbell before the 9 o'clock curfew. Okay, folks, so the draw is opening. Good evening, Gordy, Suze, nice to see you. Pat the Beard, great. Ring and run. Liz is planning a ring and run session. Okay, folks, can you please share the live Facebook stream to any group that you are in. That would be absolutely wonderful if you could do that for me. The more watching, the merrier. Got a message from the Fiddler. They have changed the selections of beers for this week onwards. Different price, but better qualities of beers this week on special. And if you do what Jan the Man done and mention Irish Questionmark, you get a lovely Duvel beer glass. Unfortunately, there was a bit of a mishap with Captain Beer, but we'll get that all sorted. Evening, Elementary, my dear Watson. How are you, Colin? Nice to see you on board tonight. Okay, so once again, Co-Loper, thank you very much. You've just typed George into the chat and you are now in tonight's draw. It's lovely. I'm just watching here on Facebook that Facebook actually, it's great because they do like an automatic subtitles. So as I talk, it types what it thinks I'm saying. It's a little bit open for interpretation. Holy Moses, look who's here. Hello, Naughty Norma. Great to have you back on board with us tonight. I don't know about anybody else, but I missed Naughty Norma last week. Liz is asking, how accurate is the Facebook subtitles? Well, you know how many issues you have with listening to me talking, so you can well imagine it's not as accurate as it could be, or maybe as it should be. Ness Berg, nice to see you again. I hope everything is well in your world. NL, you've done the right thing and you've typed George to get you into the draw. What is the URL for your Facebook stream? I'm not on Facebook, but I could share it on Instagram. That's a great question. Maybe I'll ask her indoors. Her indoors. Liz the Legend wants to know what the URL is for the Facebook stream.
If I had to. I told her I'd have to kill her.
I think her indoors was basically trying to say if she told you, she'd have to do you in. But she was sort of giggling that much that she, yes, as you can imagine, she, like me, we do not have a clue. Amanda, lovely to see you back in again. Hi, Jodie's dad is obviously not on a secret mission at the moment. He's somewhere in Britain, probably. Nice to have our resident secret agent back with us tonight again. Have I missed anyone else that you snuck in when I didn't see you? Kevin over in Cyprus, the Brer family, nice to see you're in. Who else is in that I haven't seen yet? Her indoors is typing about HP.
Of course.
Oh, Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Oh my God, they just won't let this Harry Potter thing go. Oh, okay. Listen, I've got a very special message from Junior. Junior's got a special message to Gordy. Gordy, look, there's my two hands, buddy. It ain't me, okay? That's a message from Junior.
It certainly isn't me.
It certainly isn't her indoors. Alrighty, let me see. Starry Dynamo, George. Type in George with a G, not with a J, and you'll be entered into tonight's draw. Okay, for anyone that is watching on the live streams on Facebook, if you want to join in the chat room, which I'm answering, and you can actually see, come in and join it and have a little bit of a giggle with us. And you can also then join tonight's free draw. Her Indoors is currently working on some sort of an app that we're going to try and get everyone involved, both on Facebook and on Twitch. But she looks as surprised as I do. Gordy says, BBJ, bring back Junior. Well, what can I tell you? I'm not getting involved in this one. You know what it is like when I'm caught in the middle. Minion Jesse, Facebook link. Liz says, computer says no. You ain't helping me here, folks. Okay, so send any photographs of yourself, your team, or anyone playing the quiz with us tonight. We shall put it into next week's show. Also, any news that you'd like us to share with our little community, just do that. Email me via irishquestionmark@gmail.com. Starry Dynamo, third time lucky. Type George with a George. Third time lucky, Starry Dynamo. Whereabouts in the world are you? That would be nice to know too. Good evening, Bob. The Baroness of Burnham, good evening. Very nice to see you with us tonight. Once again, it wouldn't be the same without you. Alrighty, folks, you know where to follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and of course, you are here tonight on twitch.tv. Did you, her indoors, being our technical expert and up to date on everything that happens?
I heard all about Twitch censorship, yeah.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about it?
Check it out.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's censored. Are they banning all caps? I actually don't know. Maybe Liz the Legend, you could let us know exactly what happened with the Twitch censorship. Uncle Tony, top of the evening to you, Uncle Tony in Birmingham. I hope all is well in your world and you maybe had a good curry since last Friday night. Don't forget, Uncle Tony, to type in George to the chat to make sure that you're entered into the draw. Tonight's prize, ladies and gentlemen, is one of our Irish question mark mugs. A mug for a mug, what can I tell you? So, anybody got any news? Has anybody seen Arto, our FNC, our Finnish comedian? Is Arto in yet? Okay, here we go. Metallica was playing live at BlissCon. Her indoors, BlissCon? Doesn't ring a bell. Which was held virtually this year on Twitch. And what do you know? Their music was copyrighted. So after half a minute, it got something replaced by something very non-Metallica. BlizzCon. Fantastic. Yes, indeed. That's why I don't play the music in the background, because they just go wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And they absolutely, once there's any copyright on at all, but it's pretty bad organizing when you're going to run a concert live on Twitch and someone hasn't hit the remove the copyright button. Okay, folks, the virtual tip jar is now open. I've just put a couple of links into the chat room. Thank you very much. I've had a couple of donations so far. Her indoors will let me know in a second. Out to get you. Do-do-do-do. Going back in time, ladies and gentlemen, on Spotify, I have playing in the background the Irish Questionmark quiz playlist. Listening to the Monkeys at the moment. So if you've got Spotify and you do a search for Irish Questionmark, you can come in and listen to the same music I am listening to. Her indoors. Absolutely. There we go. You're doing a great job. Would you like me to get rid of this? Okay. Now, leave that one open, please. Thank you very much. Okay, folks, we will begin in about 10 minutes or maybe sooner. Waiting on a few regulars coming in. I was waiting on Gordy, who's just said he's gutted that Lennon has left Celtic because he liked the job that he was doing. Well, what can I tell you, Gordy? The one thing that I'm really liking tonight is Twitch has recognized that your color is green tonight. In the chat, Gordy and Sue's is currently green. That's all I've got to say. Pete, thank you very much for your kind donation to the virtual tip jar. Kevin Clark, still 12 minutes waiting mark. Well, not totally. Why? Put the child to bed. Don't be using the child to help you with the quiz tonight. We'll be starting in about 5 minutes or so, folks. Ignore the countdown. It's there for... I started it a little bit later than normal tonight because I had some technical issues. Captain Beer, thank you for your kind donation. Okay, folks, so we will start in about 4 or 5 minutes. I don't want Kevin over in Cyprus giving up on us. Naughty Norma, thank you for your kind donation, Naughty Norma. Lovely to have you back on board. I do hope that you're nice and warm in your jammies with a little glass of sparkling wine. Or even a little dry Chardonnay. Alrighty. Colin is saying, someone told me that Rafa is lined up for the Celtic job. Well, if you believe everything you read in the newspaper, there's about 20 people lined up for the Celtic job.
I thought he was dead.
Rafa Benitez.
I thought he died last year.
No, that was the other former Liverpool. I hope Rafa isn't dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Good evening, Jan the Man. Very welcome. Just in time for the quiz. Well, we were holding back just for you, if the truth be known. Evening, Baroness of Burnham on the Scrumpy Cider tonight. Thank you very much, Bob, for your kind donation. Minion Jesse saying, is Rafa Nadal going in for the Celtic job? Probably better ball work, you know. Junior, did you get the message from Gordy? Gordy's speaking code. He just went BBJ. Bring back Junior.
Bring back Junior. In jiu-jitsu.
Rafa Nadal. Well, I mean, realistically, I mean, there's not much difference between tennis and football when you're talking Scottish football. Okay, I think I've riled Gordy up enough. I mean, I've got to put my hands up and say, you know what? Glasgow Rangers, they do deserve the title this year. Yes, indeed. And that's all I'm going to say. But they are stopping us doing 10 in a row, which, according to my mathematics, means that we've won the title the last 9 years. Okay, Da Boy, thank you very much for your donation. Okie dokie. We shall be starting very, very shortly. So get yourselves sorted, folks. Pour yourself a little drink. Get comfortable, get a pen and paper, and let's get ready to do some quizzing tonight from our lounge, myself, her indoors, to your home. Okay, thank you very much, the Family Brer, for your very kind donation to the virtual tip jar. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Any sign of Arto or Frank, the birthday boy? I don't think I've seen them into the chat yet. If I've missed them, please forgive me. Electric Sheep Minion, good evening. Holy Moses, I didn't think you were going to come tonight. You know when to stop and think about it, we'll never get there, is what I told the friendly people of Ennis. Good evening, you're very welcome. Okay, Electric Sheep Minion, now you are here, it means quite possibly that we could start the show. Holy smoke, look who else has just sneaked in. Radiant Raluca, good evening to you, my dear. Now you're here, I think it's time we started. Liz the Legend, thank you very much for your kind donation, my dear. Okay, folks, so are you ready to begin tonight's show? What number is show is it tonight, her indoors?
47.
Hell of a guess, her indoors, a hell of a guess. Quarantine quiz show 47. Minion Jesse said 317. It just feels like show number 317. Folks, we're going out live on the Irish Questionmark Facebook page and my own personal Facebook page, Mark O'Loughlin, and we'll wonder how Facebook will subtitle that one. So if you could share that with any group or on your own page, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much, Gordy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it's quiz time. Thank you very much, Sophie and Senna, for telling me to get a move on. Gordy and Suze up in Aberdeen, thank you very much for your kind donation. Folks, let's get started with round one. Tonight, show number 47. Hell of a guess, her indoors. Question number 1. It was in the news. On Saturday, last Saturday, debris from a damaged engine of a Boeing 777 fell onto a nearby residential area shortly after it took off from Denver International Airport. That was not the question. The question was, where was the plane going to? What was its scheduled destination? That's the first one, folks. Cheers. You sexy thing. Yes, indeed, folks. Playing a little bit of Hot Chocolate Sexy Thing in the background. Question number 2. In electronics, what do the letters LED stand for? In electronics, what do the letters LED stand for? Good evening, family. Grab 88. Nice to see you on board tonight. You sexy thing. Oh my god, it's dingbat time! Okay, this is a really easy dingbat to start tonight. In fact, I think even her indoors might be able to guess this one. 5 points up for grabs for the dingbats, the little brain teasers, and the anagrams. Nesberg said, this is what they missed. They missed the dingbat dancing. Yes, I am a professional sit-down dingbat dancer. Takes a lot of practice, I can tell you. So this is our first dingbat of the evening. It is so easy, it's embarrassing. What do you see? The answer is right in front of you. Take a little picture with your telephone. It's a 3-word answer.
Even I got that.
Even her indoors thinks she got that. Well, you didn't tell me what the answer is. Oh, she's writing it down rather aggressively. No, don't say it out loud. That's not the idea or concept of the quiz, even though we are now like on show number 47. I'm sorry, I wouldn't give you the points for that. You haven't written the last word fully. Moving on swiftly to number 4. Get your fingers counting. How many days after New Year's Eve is St. Valentine's Day? Her indoors taking the shoes and socks off, using the toes as well when she's counting. Say what you see. If you see it, say it. I like the way you're thinking there, Sully. Sully's making a new punchline for me. Number 5. Number 5 is, of course, traditionally, Jan the Man. Thank you very much, our sound effects department on the ball. Yes, indeed, Sully, I knew. Block catchphrase. Jan the Man asks, how tall is football a goal? So, is it 1.9 meters, 2.12 meters, or 2.44 meters? How tall is a football goal? First Jan the Man question tonight. I thought I'd make it multiple guess to give you a chance to get a football question right, especially the minions, because it's not their strongest point. Gordy says, I know what it is in feet. Will that do? I'll get her indoors to check what the answer is in feet, and we'll see if you get it right without Googling now. Number 6. Which of these is the odd one out? Which of these is the odd one out? Aunt, brother, cousin, father, mother, niece, sister, uncle. Which of them is the odd one out? Yes, her indoors, well done. That's 2 questions correct so far out of 6. This could quite possibly be your finest hour.
Oh, we rubbed it out. What was it?
Yes. Question number 7. Okay, question number 7. What belongs to you, but other people use it more than you? What belongs to you, but other people use it more than you? Now, before you all go mad with loads of different suggestions, I am giving you the points for the answer that I have. Junior said to me when he seen this, he went, your front doorbell. I mean, we could go all over the place with this one, but I'm going to give you points when you get the same answer as me for this one. Her indoors, did you get the feet answer for that? Okay. Well, we'll see how Gordy does. But maybe in Ibrox, the goals are probably smaller anyway. Okay, this is a brain teaser, ladies and gentlemen, worth 5 points. If you guess the correct answer or the answer that I give, then you can give yourself 5 points. So it's only my answer. Is this still a family show? Let you see minion. What belongs to you, but other people use it more than you? Yes, it's got nothing to do with a certain part of a man's body or a lady's body. Keep your thoughts clean, please. It is a family show. Number 8. First published in 1988. Who wrote A Brief History of Time? That's a lot of 8s in one question. There's another question later on in the show with a lot of 8s that's going to upset a lot of people. First published in 1988. Who wrote A Brief History of Time? Question number 9. What 1991 song includes the following lyrics? That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight. Liz is saying, don't sing it. I'm not going to sing it, but her indoors, ladies and gentlemen, when we hear the answer, this is one of her karaoke classics. We'll get a little rendition of this for sure. 2 times. She's going to sing it twice to me. Oh, fantastic. Okay. So, folks, number 10. It is Anagram Time. Oh, oh, oh. So, dirt cheap Rome is an anagram of what world-famous European monument? Nice to see Frank's better half doing a little bit of an anagram dance. What can I tell you? Gordy saying, give her indoors a message. Wait till he gets plastic glasses before her indoors starts to sing.
Plastic glasses.
I hate it when I got to explain something to her, you know. I mean, it just drags me down. Anyway, folks, this is our first anagram. Mix these letters up and it will give you the anagram to a very famous European monument. Alrighty. So, folks, if you have not done it already, come across to www.twitch.tv/Irish Questionmark. Join in our live in-game chat room and just simply type George, George, into the chat, and that gets you automatically entered into tonight's draw, which is for one of the few remaining Irish Questionmark mugs. Our virtual tip jar is open. Thank you very much for the people that have already sent a little donation. Greatly appreciated. I've just dropped the links into the chat, or you can use the QR codes that are on the screen. Once again, thank you very much indeed for anyone that's sent along a donation so far. Here we go. The picture round. Round 2. Double points for this one. Our first one is a little geography question. What European country is this? Liz the Legend is asking, isn't it your birthday soon? Why, it surely is, Liz the Legend, my birthday very soon. What European country is this? Is your first double point question. I can't obviously give you a clue, but it would be unfair to say it's not Ireland because Ireland's not even in the picture. Number 2. Which planet lies between Venus and Mars? Which planet lies between Venus and Mars? Thanks, Gordy. Liz is saying that I'm keeping it very vague. Inquiring minds need to know when it's your birth anniversary. Well, it's my birth anniversary on Sunday, the last day in February when it's not a leap year, 28th of February. Thank you for asking. Jesse and Micah, thank you very much for your kind donation. Liz, you should know when my birthday is because I'm such a peace-loving Pisces. That was easy for me to say.
It is this Sunday.
It is this Sunday here indoors, but don't worry, I will forgive you because I know all the shops are closed.
Oh, yeah.
But for some other reason, you seem to be able to use that Amazon thing quite well, you know? Yes, indeed. Let the Sheep Minion, myself and Frank's birthday, only 2 days apart. You're right. Gordy reckons my birthday was April the 1st. Thank you very much, Gordy. Alrighty, number 3. Who is this handsome lady? Number 4. Albany is the capital of which U.S. state? Albany is the capital of which U.S. state? Thank you very much, Bob, the quizzer formerly known as Mom, for wishing me a happy birthday on Sunday. Thank you very much indeed. I know that her endorser is going to push the boat out, spoil me rotten, flood me full of fantastically overpriced gifts. She's going to get in and bake a cake. Don't worry, folks. I'll share loads of photographs with everything that happened next week with you. I just can't wait. What can I tell you? Number 5. Who is the Pixelated movie character? Thank you very much, Pete. 2 days early. It's the thought that counts, brother. Who is the Pixelated movie character? Don't give me the look. Don't give me the look, her indoors, when you're getting frustrated. Actually, when you're getting frustrated, do give me the look. Number 6. A number followed by 100 zeros is known by what name? Is it a Google, a gigabyte, or a Megatron? A number followed by 100 zeros is known by what name? Is it a Google, a gigabit, or a Megatron? And it's not only Frank's birthday, but tomorrow, Ollie from the Brer family is the ripe old age. He's basically nearly as old as me, folks. 25 tomorrow. So a very happy birthday to Ollie tomorrow. You too can send us a picture when your family floods you with so over-the-top, overpriced gifts and a beautiful handmade cake made by Love and Care by your mum. I'd love you to send me a photograph, Ollie, so your photos can be in next week's show alongside mine. I don't think I'm going to sleep until next Friday, folks. Question number 7. Which nation's flag is this? Which nation's flag is this? Your next one, number 8. Nando's. They make Portuguese-style food. But in which country was the restaurant chain actually founded? Was it in South Africa, United States, or Spain?
Japan.
No, it wasn't Japan. Jay Van Hastrik, thank you for your kind donation. Question number 8. Nando's, they make Portuguese food. But in which country was the restaurant chain founded? South Africa, United States, or Spain? One of the three is correct. Remember, folks, this is the double point round. Number 9. Okay, have a think. Which was invented first? The microwave oven or the hard drive? Which was invented first? The microwave oven or the hard drive? Da 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 da. Rachel, thank you very much for your kind donation. Ba da da ba. Number 10. Who is the Pixelated movie character? An iconic movie, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. Who is the Pixelated movie character?
Is it from Harry Potter? No? This is Harry Potter question.
No, it's not from Harry Potter. No. Okay, folks, so we're going to zip through the picture rounds, double points. This is the first one. What country is this? What European country is this? Pat the Beard, I like the way you're thinking. It's green. It must be Ireland. Well, if it's Ireland, they've friggin' moved it. Number 2. Which planet lies between Venus and Mars? Which planet lies between Venus and Mars? Number 3. Who is this? Who is this chap? Number 4. Albany is the capital of which U.S. state? Good evening, Frank. Happy birthday, Frank. What can I tell you? It's great to have you on board. A lot of birthdays this week, Frank. Tomorrow, it's Ollie Brer's 25th. On Sunday, it's my birthday, 26. Question number 5. Who is the Pixelated movie character? Who is the Pixelated movie character? Listening to the Irish Questionmark playlist. I had a blank there. On Spotify, folks, listening to a little bit of Elton John, I'm Still Standing. Her Indoors is doing a serious bit of dancing in the background behind the screen. Hopefully she'll slow down a little bit or else she won't make the end of the show. J. Terharmsel, thank you for your kind donation. Number 6. A number 1 followed by 100 zeros is known by which of these 3 names? Minion Jesse, suddenly seeing Oprah, you get a birthday and you get a birthday. Does that make any sense to you?
Just go.
Oh, okay. I'll just do what Her Indoors says. She says, just go.
Not supposed to say that.
Her Indoors, I'd like to thank you for making sure everything runs smoothly tonight and having the laptop not plugged in and now going into nearly dead mode. Once again, she saved the day by doing nothing. Okay, moving swiftly along to number 7. What nation's flag is this? Reed Joella, a former winner from last week. I cycled on my bike and dropped it off to her housemate. And you'll see a picture of Joella later on in this show. Number 8. Nando's make Portuguese food. But in which country was the restaurant chain actually founded? Was it South Africa, United States, or Spain? Oh, holy Jesus, folks. Herndor's just threatened me with a twerk. I'll have another coffee, please, yeah. Number 9. Which was invented first, the microwave oven or the hard drive? The microwave oven or the hard drive? And number 10, who is this pixelated movie character? Don't worry, Frank. Fear not, Frank. I have your cup here, and I also have one for Lorraine in 1 point. I also have one, or quite possibly 2, for Gordy, but it more than likely will go down to 1. Gordy says, is it Dumbledore? I don't recall Dumbledore drinking whiskey out of a crystal glass. If the weather's good, Frank, maybe on Sunday I might cycle past your home if you're about. Okay, so here we go, the Mugs Gallery, ladies and gentlemen. And Gordy, do not listen to Liz the Legend. You know the game that she's playing. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not typed George into the chat and you are with us on twitch.tv/Irish Questionmark, then your picture will never come up like these living legends and the limited edition Mask Winners Club. Yes, indeed, loads of very familiar, happy, smiling faces. Mask Winners extraordinaire from one of the last 46 weeks, raffles and draws. Alrighty, folks, so if you want to get your picture up, then all you need to do is quite simply type George into the chat. So anyone that is here tonight at the show and you haven't typed George, then man, you cannot win any of the prize. Okay, round 3, let's move on. Round 3, question number 1. And the first question is, in what sea are the Cayman Islands located? In what sea are the Cayman Islands located? Her indoors, everybody's concerned about your twerking.
Hey, I'm a good twerker.
No, you're not. Question number 2. In physics, for what does the abbreviation UV stand for? Liz says, please show us her indoors twerking. Oh, it's a sight for sore eyes, I can tell you, Liz. Yeah, it comes a very close second to her singing. Number 3. Okay, this one is a brain teaser, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine you're in a room that is filling with water. There are no windows and there are no doors. How do you get out? You're in a room that is filling with water, no windows or doors. How do you get out? I do believe that this is worth 5 points. It sure is. It's a brain teaser. Oh man, it's so good when I'm doing the show.
No?
No, Heron Doors, that's not the answer. It is so good that I'm doing. It is a really good feeling that I'm doing the show here online. I'm listening to the Irish Questionmark playlist, and Dolly Parton 9 to 5 comes on. Brings back a lot of memories in the live shows when people like you started doing a little bit of 9 to 5 dancing. Number 4. What has the chemical symbol PT? Liz is saying, I want this playlist too. Well, Liz, if you want this playlist, go on Spotify, do a search for Irish Questionmark, and I think you can we can connect, apparently. Her indoors. Another technical question for you tonight. On Spotify, can we connect?
If you allow anyone to access it.
Her indoors says it's all about accessibility. Arto RF&C, thank you very much for your kind donation, and great of you to sneak in. Baronessa Burnham saying, no you can't. Number 5. What is the name of Frank Sinatra's singing daughter?
Singing dog.
No, not a singing dog, singing daughter. Liz is saying, what is your name exactly? Irish Questionmark. That was a hard question, wasn't it? Yeah, I got it right. It was a lucky guess. Number 6. In the original traditional game of Trivial Pursuit, what color is the history wedge? What color is the history wedge in a game of Trivial Pursuit? Herndors, have you got my telephone there so I can just double check on Spotify what name it is? Because I do believe it is Irish Questionmark. No! It is my real name, Mark O'Loughlin. So, if you want to listen to the Spotify playlist, the Irish Questionmark Spotify playlist, that is what you need to type in. Alrighty. Thanks for that, Heron Doors. Question number 7. 26M in an M. 26M in an M. Replace these initials with words to make a true statement. So, Liz, all you need to do is go on Spotify. I stand corrected, or should I say I sit corrected. Type in Mark O'Loughlin, and you found me. There you go then. Let's get connected, baby. And look at the Irish Questionmark playlist. And at the moment, we are listening to Uptown Girl. Her indoors is not doing twerking. She's doing more of a like a farmer's dance thing, actually. Number 8. Which 1980s TV and 2010 movie character links George Peppard, and Liam Neeson? What character? She's waiting. Number 9. In nature, are spruce trees deciduous or evergreen? In nature, are spruce trees deciduous or evergreen? And number 10. It's Dingbat time! So this is a nice easy dingbat, folks. Remember, the dingbats, the anagrams, and the brain teasers are all worth 5 points. 5 points. I'm feeling this confident about the dingbat tonight that I think her indoors might possibly get this one correctly. Also, tonight, what can I tell you, folks? I took a step back on the dingbats because I hate to hear you crying and whinging that I'm making it too tricky. So this one is so obvious when you see the answers. If you don't get it, you have my full permission to slap yourself. Okay. Follow me on Twitch and type George into the chat. If you have not done that already, then you will not be entered into tonight's free draw for the much sought after Irish Questionmark endorsed cup with another little line that I use regular at the quizzes. I like the way you're thinking. We will endeavour to get the cup to you with the handle on. And I'll leave it to the technical department to make sure it's all wrapped up nice and well. Gordy is saying, tell me that there is no Harry Potter. I'd love to, Gordy, but what can I tell you? There's no Harry Potter, Gordy. Folks, our virtual tip jar is open for tonight, and I have just put some links into the chat. Liz has just informed us that she's got some questions ready for the halftime show. Minion Jesse saying, no Silver Age Marvel comics. Well, I think you never know. There's a better chance of getting Marvel characters than Harry Potter characters, that's for sure. So, you know where to find me. Just do a search for Irish Questionmark on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, or on twitch.tv/Irish Questionmark. Gordy is saying, anyone up for a Harry Shipman round? All right, maybe in a history question. Oh my. Here are your answers to the first 3 rounds, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed Bernie, and there's no need for you to cap about it. Okay, question number 1. On Saturday, debris from a damaged engine of a Boeing 777. Basically, the engine fell apart after it took off. There was a very strange smell in the cabin, but they landed it okay. What was its scheduled destination? It was Honolulu, Hawaii, folks. Give yourself a point if you guessed that one correct. Silver Age, yeah. Number 2. In electronics, LED stands for light emitting diode. So give yourself a point, or diode, if you guessed that one correct. I like this little video because it's a little kid. Wonderful, man. Honestly, great idea for Halloween. I might do that with the youngest grandson. Okay, number 3. Buttercup, baby. Our first dingbat tonight, ladies and gentlemen, her indoors, guess this one correct. What do you see? You see numbers on top of the word favorite. What are these numbers? They are all odd numbers. So what is the 3-word term or phrase used in gambling and horse racing? Odds on favorite. Give yourself 5 points if you had the gumption to guess that one. What have you missed here indoors? You've missed a little discussion about whether we should have a Harry Potter round, a Marvels round, and then Gordy said, Why don't we just do a Harold Shipman round? How many days after New Year's Eve is St. Valentine's Day? 45 days is the correct answer. Give yourself a point for that one. Jan the man! How tall is a football goal? Well, the correct answer is 2.44 meters, and in old-fashioned time and term, as Gordy is well used to, that is how many feet are indoors?
8.
That would be 7 plus 1 feet, which would be 8 or 8. There we go. 8 feet. Pat the Beard, thank you very much for your very kind donation. 8 feet, Gordy guessed right, even at Ibrox. I'm shocked, big ears. Number 6, which of these is the odd one out? Yeah, that really helps, Sully, thanks. Aunt, brother, cousin, father, mother, niece, sister, uncle. What did you think the odd one was? The answer is a cousin, because all the rest are gender specific. Number 7. This is a 5-pointer. What belongs to you, but other people use it more than you? For 5 points, it doesn't matter what answer you have, whether it's a correct answer, an incorrect answer, something that you're going to argue, fight, challenge me on. The answer I was looking for was your name. 5 points if you guessed that one correct. And if you haven't guessed it correct, just let it go.
Telephone number.
Her indoors, zip it. You don't get any points for telephone number. You don't get any points for doorbell. And you are now going to start a barrage in the chat room. Number 8. First published in 1988. Jesus. When I wrote this quiz, I was really having a major 8 issues. Who wrote A Brief History in Time? It was Stephen Hawking. It's my best impersonation. Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking, ladies and gentlemen. Number 9. Here we go, folks. This is when the show really kicks off. Her indoors has been out in the kitchen. I've been listening to her warming up her vocal cords. What 1991 song includes these lyrics? That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight. Okay, her indoors, take it away.
That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight. Losing my religion.
Absolutely fantastic, folks.
Trying to keep eye on you.
Okay.
I don't know if I can do it.
Enough now, yeah.
Oh no, I said too much.
Having said enough. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. REM, losing my religion is the correct answer. And give yourself a point if you got that correct. And in fact, just give yourself 2 extra points because you had to listen to her indoors rendition of it. Number 10. It is, my God, it's Liz the Legend. Or Liz the Legend, as she's known up in Aberdeen. Dirt Cheap Rome is an anagram of which famous European monument? It is the Arc de Triomphe. 5 points if you guessed that right. I'd like to especially thank Pat the Beard for being the only honest person in the chat room. Sounded more like losing my mind. She lost that a long time ago. Oh man, okay, right, let's move on. Double points answers for this round. Your first question, what European country is this? Pat the Beard said, is it Ireland because it's green? Well, it is not Ireland, it is Albania. I don't know why it's green, it just happens to be green at the moment. Maybe it's because it's got a load of grass, I don't know. Anyway, Albania for 2 points if you guessed that one correct. Number 2, which planet or planets lie between Venus and Mars? Her indoors, say that little saying, you say, what is it?
We're very healthy, Mother. Just serve me 9.
Okay, enough of that.
No pizza.
Earth is the correct answer, ladies and gentlemen. Minion Jesse said Albania's gone green again because they shoveled all the snow to Greece. Yes, indeed. They're a little bit shocked with the snow in Greece at the moment. I would be shocked if I was on holidays in Greece and it freaking snowed too. Gordy saying, give credit where credit's due. Well belted out her indoors. She does not need any more compliments, thank you very much, especially not from you, Gordy.
How come they didn't close us down? Because it sounded so much like...
Yes, her indoors, with her technical experience, is wondering why Twitch didn't close us down automatically, because she sang for more than 15 seconds and sounded exactly like REM. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just one of the wonders of natural science. Number 3, I'm glad that Gordy was listening and Jan the man was also listening when I said that this was a lady. It is, of course, not a lady. You shouldn't believe everything that you hear comes out of this pretty face. It is Mr. Boris Johnson, of course it is. I mean, even then he had a ridiculous hairstyle. What can I tell you? Mr. Boris Johnson, 2 points if you guessed that answer correct. Number 4. Albany is the capital of which U.S. state? For 2 points, the correct answer is New York. There are numerous places throughout America called Albany, but there is only one state capital, and that is in New York. So 2 points if you had New York. Number 5, who is this pixelated movie character? 2 points if you guessed Forrest Gump. Of course it is. Would you like to do a Forrest Gump impersonation here indoors? No?
I've done it for tonight.
Is that it? That's it. That's it. No more performing. No? Oh well.
Can't you get too much?
That's easy for you to say. Okay. Dutch referee Jan the Man said, well, we didn't actually change our answers. We often ignore them. Thank you very much, Jan the Man. I love you too. A number 1 followed by 100 zeros is known by what name? It is Google. 100 zeros. Gordy saying same as us. That's only because it's the double point round, Gordy. Or that you think you changed it, but Susie actually just ignored you like she does throughout most of the quiz. Number 7. Which nation's flag is this? It is Ecuador. Give yourself 2 points if you guessed that one correct. Nando's make Portuguese food, but in which country was the restaurant chain founded? Well, I asked the question like this. Is it South Africa, United States, or Spain? The answer is the South Africa, the one that I said the quietest. Pat the Beard saying, is that a black male chicken? Well, I'm wondering why you didn't type what you were actually thinking. Maybe because you might get censored. But it is not a black-coloured grouse. But I'm glad that you remembered something from last week's quiz. Number 9. Which was invented first? The microwave oven or the hard drive? A big black rooster. What have I started? The correct answer is the microwave. And a little fact, ladies and gentlemen, for you that you can share with your friends and family the next time one of them happened to ask you, which was invented first, the microwave or the hard drive? You can say, well, actually, the microwave was invented first in 1954, 2 years before the hard drive. We live and learn. Number 10. Who is this pixelated movie character? It is not Dumbledore from Harry Potter. It is Tony Montana from Scarface. 2 points if you guessed that correct. Okie dokie. Round 3 answers are as follows. Question number 1. In what sea are the Cayman Islands located? The Caribbean Sea is the correct answer. Number 2. In physics, for what does the abbreviation UV stand for? It stands for ultraviolet. Give yourself a point for that one. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I see in the chat, Gordy has just said, say hello to my little friend. Is Gordy typing with one hand? Question number 3. 5 points up for grabs. This is one of our brain teasers. Imagine you're in a room that is filling with water. There are no windows. There are no doors. How do you get out? Herman Doors said,
Pull the plug out.
Pull the plug out. Good guess, but it's not right. The correct answer for 5 points is stop imagining. Imagine you're in a room that is filling up with water. There are no windows, no doors. How do you get out? You simply stop imagining. Boo. 5 points if you guess that one correct, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Number 4. What has the chemical symbol PT? Platinum is the correct answer. Give yourself a point if you guessed that right.
Great questions, no part.
And number 5. What is the name of Frank Sinatra's singing daughter? It is indeed Nancy Sinatra. Would you like to give us a little blast off These Boots Were Made for Walking Her indoors? Ladies and gentlemen, I have to say, I was hoping like at least 1 or 2, both halves. No? Okay. Gordy saying, anybody would like to send some feedback forms to Gordy and Sue's care of Aberdeen Post Office. They're bound to get to them. Aberdeen's not that big. Number 6. What colour is the history wedge in a game of Trivial Pursuit? The correct answer for 1 point is yellow. What answer, by the way, Gordy, did you have for the imagine a room is filling up with water? I'm curious. In fact, I'm curious what everyone else had. Put your answer in the chat and let's discuss it like grown-ups. You know what I'm saying? Number 7. Replace these initials with words to make a true statement. 26M in an M. It is 26 miles in a marathon. Nesberg said, go out the way you went in. The same way you got in. And Liz is claiming, so technically actually stop imagining. No, Liz, I'm sorry, you don't get the 5 points for that. The Brer family, Mum said, stop imagining as a joke. And we all said, yes. Well, congratulations, the Brer family. You are living legends. Cope Lopper, imagine you are elsewhere. I will give you that as well. Norma said, if there are no windows or doors, then the water would pour out the openings. What openings? How many bottles of wine has that girl had? Holy Jesus. Gordy says we just let ourselves down. Well, there we go. Number 8, as Dancing Queen is playing in the background. The 80s TV and 2010 movie character is John Hannibal Smith from the A-Team. Frank said he just floated out the top. Frank?
No, Baroness did as well.
Yeah, you know, that was really close, but wrong. Number 9. In nature, are spruce trees deciduous or evergreen? The correct answer is evergreen. And number 10. Dingbat. Solve this dingbat to reveal a 2-word term or phrase. 5 points. What do you see, folks? You see the word pit. There is no bottom. The correct answer is a bottomless pit. Give yourself 5 points if you guessed that right. Starry Dynamo said, can you just drink the water? You didn't say how big the room was. Well, that's a fair point, but I don't think I could drink all the water in a room that I was stuck in. But I don't know. Oh, you're now starting to imagine a very small room. What, like a shoebox? Starry Dynamo, you didn't tell us whereabouts in the world you are tonight. Are you based in the Netherlands, or are you coming in via the interweb from somewhere else? Please let us know. Okay, folks, so we ask for you to send any photographs of your team or family members playing the quiz show. Can you please email them to me via irishquestionmark@gmail.com? Because when I am producing this show next week and I start to go looking for the photographs, yeah, they're somewhere on Messenger, they're somewhere in WhatsApp, and I can never find half of them. So please email me any photographs of your team playing the quiz show, or whatever you'd like, even just a picture of your team. That would be lovely. Star Dynamo, you are in Amersfoort. Really great to have you on board tonight. Frank says, just imagine you're in a shoebox. That is also fun. Cut up in a shoebox. Welcome, Joella, to the Mugs Gallery. We jumped on our bike last week and cycled over to the other side of the Hague and handed the Irish Question Mark Cup to Joella's flatmate. And I said, make sure she sends me a picture. So there you go, my dear. You are now and forevermore in the Mugs Gallery. Grab 88 is said that Starry Dynamo is in the Grab 88 team. Fantastic. Folks, I was looking at Facebook and I seen the Baroness of Burnham, or quite possibly someone from the tourist board, said, put this beautiful picture of that massive pier, the Burnham-on-Sea pier. So I thought I would just share this with you folks, and according to all my information, Baroness of Burnham, the quizzer formerly known as the Maid of Meriden, her indoors. Do you know that Meriden is actually the centre of England? It is like right in the middle of England. And on the village green, there is a pole. But before Jesse asks, there is no seat on top of the pole. And the next time that we visit, your parents, my in-laws, we're going to stop in Meriden. We're going to have a cup of tea with Mom. Actually, we're not, because she's frickin' sold Silverdale. But we're going to try and find Silverdale, take a picture outside our old house, and a picture of me standing next to the pole, quite possibly drinking a cup of coffee. Moving swiftly along. We're 1 week closer, ladies and gentlemen, to the most exciting bit of news that is happening at the moment in the whole of the Netherlands. In fact, I was quite seriously thinking about sending the Meneer Rutte, the Prime Minister, the current, is he still the Prime Minister? Well, the sort of like pretend Prime Minister. I was going to see if he could maybe pose with a photograph next to the air fryer, folks. That is our prize. The 50th show, 3 weeks time.
Woo!
Are you okay, Herdors? 3 weeks time. What can I tell you? 3 weeks time. Jesse's saying he's the decommissioned. Pretend. 3 weeks' time, folks, we have our 50th quarantine quiz show. Yes, indeed. We have Arto, who is at the moment currently writing a recipe book, and he'll be getting it to us very, very shortly. So her and Doris can put it together and make it look wonderful. Yes, indeed. Her and Doris nodding her head. It's a technical thing, folks. You wouldn't understand. Sully's saying, I saw him a few weeks ago around the Bankestrad, the PM. You mean the decommissioned PM. Anyway, folks, more important issues. Are you missing the Fiddler Special beers? Jan the Man sent me a picture earlier on today. He was in the last couple of days and got one of the boxes from the Fiddler. They sell it from Tuesday to Friday, 11 to 6. This month's selection of beers are $22.50. And if you mention Irish Questionmark, you get a free collector's Duvel glass. Or you should get a free collector's Duvel glass. Captain Beer, unfortunately, didn't have a great experience when he went and bought his Fiddler beers, but I'm hoping that he's enjoying them all the same, and I will organise one of the glasses for you, Rob. This is what the glass looks like. All you got to do is mention Irish Questionmark, and you will get one of these very special designer Duvel beer glasses. Alrighty. Folks, can you please share tonight's, if you have Facebook, please share tonight's live feed on your Facebook page. That would be a beautiful thing for you to do for me. Invite your friends and family to play along next week with us. But don't tell them about the 50th show, because we really don't want that many people playing and entering the draw for the air fryer, because Heron Doors has told me that she wants to win it. What can I tell you? Mrs. Jan got a glass from the Fiddler. It was a lovely gift. Well, there you go, Jan the Man. What can I tell you? I'm glad that you took the common sense to go and get a great selection of very special beers from one of the main venues that I used to do my live shows at. Thank you for supporting them. Gordy says, we've got a Rutter for a Prime Minister too. Yes, and Electric Sheep Minion says, we've got a Johnston as a PM as well. Okay, folks, it's half time. I haven't seen Arto a lot in the chat, although he is here. But I'm just wondering whether he could be quite possibly working and unofficially joining us, folks, with one eye on his job and one eye on the quiz show. So if Ardo is there, send a little message in the chat, please, Ardo. And by all means, give us a couple of your fantastic, highly humoured jokes. We greatly appreciate all that you've done throughout the last 46 weeks, Ardo. You're a living legend in my lifetime, buddy. Thank you. Now, folks, what do you notice different about the Mugs Gallery? Yes, indeed. Squeezed in there under Ardo, our F&C, is Joella, our latest Mugs Gallery winner. Welcome to a very exclusive club. Here are our limited edition mask winners, folks. Thank you very much to the people, and you know who you are, that have been sending me some ideas about our next giveaway. Her Indoors is on it, folks. That's all I got to tell you is, I done the cups, I done the masks, and I thought I was doing great, folks. But Her Indoors has assured me everything is under control. I cannot wait to see what she organizes. Alrighty, so Joella is just saying, never mind using it as a coffee mug, she uses it for a mug of wine while she's doing the quiz tonight. Congratulations. Alrighty, folks, so if you want to join that very exclusive club of our mask winners or our Irish Questionmark coffee, tea, or we've just been informed, mug of wine mugs, all you need to do is type George into the chat right now and you will be entered into the draw. Jesse's saying, just call it a goblet or the Grail. Herman Doors just typed George. I don't know why. There are the links to our virtual tip jar. Thank you very much, folks, for anyone that has sent a kind donation so far. Thank you once again for your support. Baroness of Burnham saying she would call it a cider mug. Gordy saying he would just fill it full of a high-class lager in Scotland called Tennent's. The rest of us call it Poison, man. It's absolutely unreal. But then again, I can't say too much about it because Susie does like a little can or two.
Oh, thanks.
Her indoors is saying, is Arto here? I don't know whether Arto's here or not. I've got the feeling Arto is working tonight and he is watching the quiz show on the sly. Anyway, folks, what can I tell you? It is half time. We're going to take a very short break and be back with the second half of our show. If you would like Irish Questionmark to come and do a show, private show on Zoom for your family or for the company that you work for, just give me a call and we will we'll organize it. It's very, very easy. All you need to do is contact me via irishquestionmark@gmail.com and I shall respond immediately. Star Dynamo saying in Scotland, the beer is in the soft drink section. Yes, that's something to do with how much alcohol that's in it. But if you were in Scotland and you were drinking with a real Scot, you'd be drinking pints of vodka and iron brew. Never mind the Karen Tennants. I'd like to thank G. Butt for your very kind donation. That's Gary in Ipswich. That we always thought that was in Dublin. But then all of a sudden we realised, no, he didn't move. He didn't move.
It's the mixer.
It's a mixer. Tennants is a mixer. Okay, folks, so you know where to find me. Follow me on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitch TV, which is where we are tonight. Okay, folks, a little break. We'll be back with you for the second half of our shows. In the meanwhile, I'm going to leave you to see if you can find yourself on this photo collage. Baroness of Burnham is saying, I can't find you on Spotify. Okay, do a search for this. I'll type my name in, and then you should find me on Spotify. Susan wouldn't say that about me. Gordy. Harold Shipman is the subject of a new movie, apparently. And Gordy has this, he's heard that Robert De Niro is going to play Harold Shipman. Yep, it's going to be called The Old Deer Hunter.
No.
There is just something not politically correct about any of Gordy's jokes.
Okay. Boot him out.
No, you can't boot Gordy out because he's a valued friend and a valued member of our Little Friday gathering. Behave yourself, her indoors. She's on a power trip once again, folks. What can I tell you? Susie's saying he's obsessed about Harry this evening. I'd be very careful if I was you, Susie, especially after calling me overweight. Now, folks, let's move swiftly along to round 4. Did I by any chance actually mention that? We've got a few birthday celebrations this week. First of all and foremost, I'd like to wish Frank a very happy birthday. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Frank's birthday tonight. Happy birthday, Frank. I'd also like to wish Ollie Brer, quarter of a century, unbelievable. You know, we might have went to school together if I had been born in The Hague. Yes, Ollie is 25 tomorrow, and like myself, I am 26 on Sunday, folks, and I am so excited about what her indoors and her Amazon friends have worked out for me as a big surprise. The homemade cake, folks, I will show you photographs of it all next Friday, as Ollie is also going to take pictures of his celebration and send us loads of photographs. Absolutely wonderful. Here is our first question, ladies and gentlemen, for round 4. Which of Pierce Brosnan's James Bond movies shares its name with a type of duck? Now, folks, I said a type of duck. I didn't say a type of black grouse. A little bit of footloose in the background, ladies and gentlemen. Did Baroness of Burnham, did you get connected to Mark O'Loughlin's Spotify? I seen you said in the chat there's a lot of marks. I hate to break it to you, but there is a lot of marks on Spotify in general. But I think if you put my surname in, it probably would be easier to find me. And I do believe I've got the Irish Questionmark logo. Okay, Jesse, your wish is my command. Jesse asked earlier on about a Marvels question, round actually, but there's a little Marvels question. What Marvel Comics superhero's real name? Reed Richards. He has the ability to stretch his body into any shape he desires. Liz has just informed me that I actually don't have a profile pic. Why, thank you very much, Liz. I'll have to get her indoors to sort that out for next week.
Done.
Liz said, if you search Mark O'Loughlin, there are only 2. Don't choose the boring one. Number 3, in geography, on which island might you visit Nelson's statue in Trafalgar Square, Bridgetown? Maybe the Dutch and English Spotify are different.
Who cares?
What did you say, Aaron Doors?
Who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah.
You obviously don't. I don't think so, Bob. I think the issue isn't about Spotify. I think the issue is about mugs of cider. That's what I think the issue is about. Is Jodie here tonight? Was 35. I'm missing her. I don't think she's in tonight so far. I haven't seen her name coming up to join the draw yet. In the animal kingdom, ladies and gentlemen, does a bee have ears? Does a bee have ears? In the animal kingdom, does a bee have ears? Yes or no? Number 5. Number 5 is a Jan the Man question. Thank you very much, our sound effects department, on the ball tonight. 2 points up for grabs, beaten by Novak Djokovic and Naomi Osaka, who were the losing men and women's single finalists at the Australian Open last weekend. Beaten by Novak Djokovic and Naomi Osaka, who were the losing men and women's singles finalists at the Australian Open last weekend. Point for each. I'd like to thank family Van Tricht for your kind donation. Thank you very much to the virtual tip jar. Cheers. Number 6. What is the chemical symbol for arsenic?
Oh, I know that one.
I bet you know that one. Her indoors, a bit of an arsenic expert. Is that something to do with twerking? You can think it all over. What is the chemical symbol for arsenic? Number 7. Which pop song, written by Dolly Parton, was sung by Whitney Houston in the movie The Bodyguard? Don't you worry, Green Gordy. I know it's not in my coffee, mate, because it doesn't taste of almond tonight. But thanks for looking out for me after you watched me drink 2 cups of coffee. Question number 7. Which pop song written by Dolly Parton was sung by Whitney Houston in the movie Bodyguard? Found you. Profile is an M. I'm not sure who Baroness of Burnham is connecting with, but I hope she travels safely. Number 8. Or 7 plus 1. What travels the world while stuck in one spot? 5 points up for grabs. A brain teaser. What travels the world while stuck in one spot? Number 9. What is traditionally given as a present on the 50th wedding anniversary? Now, before you all think it's an air fryer, it's not. We just happen to be doing an air fryer for our 50th show. What is traditionally given as a present on the 50th wedding anniversary? And number 10, round 4. It's Dingbat time, folks. Solve this dingbat to reveal a well-known 2-word term or phrase. Nice and easy, folks. The dingbats, I've went very gentle on yous tonight. Solve this dingbat to reveal a well-known 2-word term or phrase. Okay, moving on to question number 1, round 5. Question number 1. In classical music, how many operas did the composer Beethoven write? 1, 3, or 5?
Oh, I've done that. I got stuck in the thing.
I know. How many operas did the composer write? Was it 1, 3, or 5? Question number 2. What is the Spanish word for the number 2? What is the Spanish word for the number 2? Times like this, ladies and gentlemen, it would help if you had someone Spanish in your team. Number 3. Number 3 is Dingbat time! Should be lots of points tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The Dingbats have been embarrassingly easy tonight. It's a feel-good Friday. 5 points for the correct answers to the Dingbats, 5 points for the anagrams, and 5 points for any of the correct answers to the brain teasers. So, number 3, your Dingbat. Solve this Dingbat to a well-known 3-word term or phrase. And before I say it, you know what I'm going to say. The answer is right in front of you. Pete's saying the Dingbats are going down well, but that's only because they're easy tonight, Pete. Question number 4, brain teaser. What word is incorrectly spelled in every single dictionary? What word is spelled incorrectly in every single dictionary? Listening to a little bit of Valerie in the background, ladies and gentlemen, in case you're wondering why I'm bopping. Another karaoke classic from her indoors, folks. Maybe we'll have to work on a Valerie question for next week's show. So number 4 is a brain teaser worth 5 points. What word is spelled incorrectly in every single dictionary? Question number 5. Jan the Man! Well done. Slight pause, but well done. Which MLS franchise team does David Beckham own? Which MLS franchise team does David Beckham own? I'd like to thank also Jan the Man for sharing the Instagram post about the size of the goal on your Instagram page and tagging me. You're a legend, Jan the Man. It's no wonder that Mrs. Jan got a glass. Number 6. So which city is served by John Lennon Airport? Which city is served by John Lennon Airport? Number 7. How many centimeters are there in 200 meters? How many centimeters are there in 200 meters? Valerie. Question number 8. Which rock band recorded the albums A Night at the Opera and A Day at the Races? Which rock band recorded the albums A Night at the Opera and A Day at the Races? Alrighty, number 9. It's a brain teaser. What does an island and the letter T have in common? What does an island and the letter T have in common? And your next one, number 10. Holy smoke, it's Frank! Happy birthday, Frank! Anagram time, ladies and gentlemen, and this is probably the king of all anagrams that I've ever done in the last 46 weeks. Seen alive? Sorry, pal. Seen alive? Sorry, pal. It is the king of all anagrams, and I'd like to say on behalf of myself, Herman Doors, Junior, and the rest of the family, happy birthday, Frank. Take a picture, ladies and gentlemen. Seen alive? Sorry, pal. Mix them letters up. 3-word answer. 5 points up for grabs on tonight's show. Thanking you. Okay, round 6. Your first question. It would help if you had an Australian in your team. In which Australian city or near which Australian city would you find Bondi Beach? Near which Australian city would you find Bondi Beach?
Going to be the high scoring quiz.
Her indoors is saying, because she got a few of the dingbats correct, she thinks that it's going to be one of the highest scoring quizzes. Well, it's Feel Good Friday, her indoors. Even you can feel good. Who famously and drunkenly said, or once said, "My dear, you are ugly, but tomorrow I shall be sober and you will still be ugly." I'm not going to say a word, ladies and gentlemen. V. Avery, thank you very much for your kind donation. Question number 2 in our last round. Who very famously and rather elubricated, drunkenly once said, "My dear, you are ugly, but tomorrow I shall be sober and you will still be ugly." Bob says, Baroness of Burnham says, Jodie's dad says this. If Jodie's dad says that, give him a slap. Susie says she says it to Gordy every Friday night. No, ladies and gentlemen, her indoors gave me a little bit of a look as well when I read this question out. Number 3, in literature. Who created Peter Pan? In literature, who created Peter Pan? Number 4. Number 4, from which country did Brazil declare independence in 1822? From which country did Brazil declare independence in 1822? That's a big clue there. Gordy said, "My hero said it. He was a great person." I wasn't aware that Ali McCoist had said that quote.
I think he was talking about
Stephen Gerrard? No. Number 5. Number 5, Jan the man. What player currently holds the world football transfer record? Or, for our friends in America, what player currently holds the world soccer transfer record? For Jesse and the Minions, football, it's a game where some grown-ups, without any protective gear, kick around a white round thing or a coloured round thing, and they score in between wooden poles with a little post across the top. Yeah, you might understand one day.
like cricket, yeah.
Yeah, a bit like cricket, yeah, only bigger balls. Nesberg is saying, now translate what transfer means. Assist? No, assist means to pass. The football assist record? No, money. Money. Which player currently holds the world's... he was the most expensive player to buy. Yes, Electric Sheep Minion, thanks, that really helps. It's a lot like billiards, but on a bigger table with no cues or not as many holes. Number 6. Which city is served by John Lennon Airport? Well spotted, Liz. Number 7, number 8, using only addition. How do you add 8 eighths and get the number 1,000? We're not on a loop.
No, you asked the same question.
I know.
Well, maybe they'll get it.
Maybe they'll get it right the second time. Yeah, I know.
Or wrong both times.
Or wrong both times. Indeed, her indoors. I actually have another question that was in between. And when I give the answers, it's probably there. Anyway, it doesn't matter. This is a good question. This is worth 5 points. Let's see how clever you are. Never mind Groundhog Day, Gordy Green. Green Gordy. Are we on the loop? Never mind Green Gordy. Get this one right. 5 points up for grabs. Using only addition. How do you add 8 number 8s and get the number 1,000? 5 points up for grabs. Lesson learned, don't change a question at the last minute. This afternoon, I changed a couple of questions in the last round thinking they're too easy. Anyway, number 9. Who was the first American president to shake hands with the Cuban leader Fidel Castro? Who was the first American president to shake hands with the Cuban leader Fidel Castro? And number 10, our dingbat question to finish off tonight's quiz. Solve this dingbat to reveal a well-known 2-word term or phrase. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, we're having a slight, I hate to mention it, she was going so well tonight. A slight technical error in the last round, round 6, but you know, she's perfect in my eyes. What can I tell you? And even her indoors is getting timed out for 20 seconds. Hash, bring back Junior. Pete saying, did I miss 2 questions? Apparently, quite possibly, you might have. We had a little bit of a... Pete saying, what was question number 7 and question number star? Well, the question number 7 that wasn't included in the little slideshow that I have in front of me was... Which punk band released the album London Calling in 1979? And the other one that you're missing was in maths, how many prime numbers are there between 10 and 15? That's the two questions that weren't in the slideshow, folks. But don't worry, as soon as the show's finished, her and Doris will be getting locked in the garden shed, folks, with no bread or water. So, how many prime numbers are there between the number 10 and the number 15? That's one question that we missed. And the other one is, which punk band released the album London Calling in 1979? Do you want to do a little... No. Her and Doris was nearly threatening another little sing-along session, folks. What can I tell you? Alrighty, so that is our quiz show tonight. Let's move on and show you the questions and answers. Remember, we have our free raffle going. If you are not in the raffle yet, I would advise you to type George in the chat if you are playing the show on twitch.tv/Irish Questionmark. Then you can take part in the live in-room chat. Now, all our usual suspects are typing George in the chat, even though they know that they haven't a chance. Nesberg in America is saying, what was the question after London Calling? I must have the same lag. Yes, the same lag is her and Doors a lag. The question, quite possibly, Nesberg, that you're missing is in mathematics. How many prime numbers are there between the number 10 and the number 15? In mathematics, how many prime numbers are there between the number 10 and the number 15? And look at that clever Colin. What a beautiful picture he sent to me, despite wearing a Liverpool top. I don't know what Frank, happy birthday Frank, by the way. I don't know what Frank's plans are tonight, typing Jennifer into the chat. I think he's trying to lead you all astray, folks. So make sure you type George into the chat if you would like to be involved in tonight's free draw. I've just dropped some links into the chat for the virtual tip jar that is open. Thank you very much indeed, folks, for anyone that has sent a little donation. If you enjoyed tonight's little bit of a banter, send a little donation via the QR codes or the links that are in the chat. Okie dokie. Let's move on and give you some answers to the second round, and hopefully round 6 will have sorted itself out by the time we get there. Gordy, the dingbat difficulty didn't quite merit me getting topless for this week. Yes, we were expecting a photograph from Gordy, but thanks for reminding me, Gordy, because now we can expect it for next week. Remember, a topless silhouetted photograph would also be acceptable. In fact, probably preferable. Folks, have you subscribed to the Irish Questionmark YouTube channel yet? If your answer is no, then you should just go along to YouTube and subscribe the Irish Questionmark. Share it with your friends. On there is quite a lot of the former online shows that we've done, where you can play with your friends and family and see what happens every Friday night in my lounge to your lounge. Alrighty. Liz is saying challenge accepted, and I'm hoping that's not a topless silhouetted photograph. Okay, I'm missing this Fiddler Special beers. Between Tuesday and Friday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. you can drop by the Fiddler. This period's beer is special beers. $22.50 is the cost price that they're selling them to you. And if you mention Irish Questionmark, just like Mrs. Yan did, thanks for the photograph again, you get a free Duvel beer glass. So make sure you mention Irish Questionmark and you'll get one of these beautiful glasses. What am I missing in the chat? All this bottomless, topless talk. Liz is offended. Ladies and gentlemen, behave. Do not upset Liz the legend. She will find out where you live and she will come and surprise you. Amanda, thank you very much indeed for your very kind donation. Thank you once again. Number 1 point up for grabs for this one. Which of Pierce Brosnan's James Bond movies shares its name with the type of duck? The answer is GoldenEye.
Everybody could send a photograph of their silhouette so it could be the picture round.
What a great idea. Her indoors is saying, if everyone sent in a picture of a silhouette of themselves, then we could give you the lists of 10 names and you match the name with the silhouette. That would be a great picture, right? Yeah. Well done, her indoors. I bet you none of them will remember. Pat the Beard saying, prepare for the doorbell. Oh, no.
No, we're in lockdown.
We're in
curfew.
Curfew. But it's not going to last forever, unfortunately.
I'll have a word with Rutte.
Have a word with Mynheer Rutte. Hey, Sully, if you see Rutte on Bankestrad, tell him to extend it at least past the 50th show. The Marvel Comics superhero, the answer I was looking for was Mr. Fantastic for a 1 point. Norma's laughing and sticking her tongue out. That means she has enough wine drunk and she is possibly at this moment getting her other half to take a picture of her with the light shining through her curtain. I don't know what she's going to do. Number 3. On which island might you visit Nelson's statue in Trafalgar Square, Bridgetown? It is Barbados. Maybe that's where Ollie is getting taken tomorrow as a surprise. Or possibly I might see you there on Sunday. What can I tell you? Her indoors and that friend of hers, Amazon. They're like the best of buddies since this lockdown started. Number 4. In the animal kingdom, does a bee have ears? The correct answer is no. A bee does not have any ears. Rebree said that Ollie's wishing that he gets to go to Barbados. I wish I was on the frickin' flight with you, I can tell you.
Me too.
Why, you want to come? Her indoors. Beaten by Novak Djokovic and Naomi Osaka. 1 point for each of these. The losing finalists of the men's and women's singles for the Aussie Open last weekend. Daniel Medvedev and Jennifer Brady. Cannot wait to see the silhouette round, ladies and gentlemen. What can I tell you? What is the chemical symbol for arsenic? It is not AR. AR is the symbol for argon. It is AS.
I prefer cyanide. Cyanide myself.
Works quicker.
More potent.
Star Dynamo, I had arse. All right, keep your thoughts to yourself. And Streamlabs has slapped Starry Dynamo's wrists for spamming capital letters. Which pop song written by Dolly Parton? This is it, folks. This is another one of her indoors classic karaoke tracks. Which pop song written by Dolly Parton was sung by Whitney Houston in the movie The Bodyguard? It was I Will Always Love You. Come on, her indoors. 'Cause I will always love you. Well done. Number 8.
Upping the volume.
My God, don't up the volume. Her indoors, take the mic. What travels the world while stuck in one spot? Jesse typed envelope into the chat, naughty, but that was wrong. The answer is, in fact, a stamp. So, brain teaser it is. 5 points up for grabs. 5 points up for grabs if you had a stamp. What travels the world while stuck in one spot? Oh, here we go. Pat the Beard said news. No. Coploper 7, extra points for listening to Mark singing. No. Frank, love it. Frank, happy birthday, buddy, and I love you. And your better half.
X points.
Cody wants to know, do the neighbours ever phone the police when Mark's singing? Well, the neighbours have phoned the police a few times, but it was not for Mark singing. Geostationary satellite. No, Pete, and stop the next time, spell satellite right. Number 9. Oh, okay, Jesse. What is traditionally given as a present on the 50th wedding anniversary? It's not an envelope. No, it is gold. That is why it is called the golden anniversary. And I put this question in purely because I loved the video, and when I seen the penguin piddle on the bride's dress, I thought of Arto, RF&C, because he loves Pingu. Number 10. It's a dingbat question. Well, what do you see, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? You see the word corners, and they are cut. Cutting corners. 5 points if you had that right. Dutch referee said, what travels the world while stuck in one spot? A compass needle. You know, quite possibly in another quiz show that might be right, but not tonight, Jan the man. Question number 1, as George kicks Junior in the ass. In classical music, how many operas did the composer Beethoven write? 1, 3, or 5? The correct answer is, of course, 1. Question number 2. What is the Spanish word for the number 2? It is dos. Give yourself a point if you guessed that right. Number 3, dingbat, 5 points up for grabs. Nice and easy. What do you see? You see the word plot. What is happening to the word plot? At the end, it is getting broader or thicker. The plot thickens. 5 points if you guessed that correct, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Number 4. What word is spelled incorrectly in every single dictionary? 5 points up for grabs, folks. It is a brain teaser. The answer I was looking for is incorrectly. Question number 5. Jan the man. Which MLS franchise team does David Beckham own? The correct answer is Inter Miami. Inter Miami. Robert says it's not spelled that way in a Dutch dictionary. It's also not spelled that way in a French dictionary or an Irish dictionary. Thanks for pointing that out. Number 6. Which city is served by John Lennon Airport? Will you get this right twice tonight? The answer is Liverpool. Panic in Liverpool at the moment. Did you hear her indoors? Yeah, they're all getting letters about these jobs. The Scousers are up in arms. They can't believe the government are creating so many jobs for them. Number 7. Mathematics. How many centimeters are there in 200 meters? Feel good Friday question, ladies and gentlemen. The correct answer, 20,000. Number 8. Which rock band recorded the albums A Night at the Opera and A Day at the Races? The one and only Mr. Freddie Mercury and Queen. Give yourself a point if you guessed that right. Her indoors, can you check that out? Just go on the internet and check out the Oxford English Dictionary for me. Check the word gullible, will you? Number 9. What does an island and the letter T have in common? 5 points up for grabs, ladies and gentlemen. Brain teaser if you had. They are both in the middle of water? They are both in the middle of water. Well, and number 10. Seen Alive, Sorry Pal, is the king of all anagrams. And just as the music gods state, I'm listening to a little less conversation by Elvis Aaron Presley. Thank you very much. Don't worry about it, love. There's no entry for the word gullible. Look it up. You're looking it up. Feeling a little bit gullible? Alrighty, folks. Hook, line, and sinker. Her indoors once again. Thank you very much for that, Sheep Minion. It was a bit of a fight tonight, but we got her on the boat. Alrighty. Round 6, question number 1. In which Australian city would you find Bondi Beach? You would find it in Sydney, Australia, ladies and gentlemen, or very close to it. Thank you very much indeed. Question number 2. Who famously and drunkenly once said, "My dear, you are ugly, but tomorrow I shall be sober, and you will still be ugly"? It was Winston Churchill. No. Number 3 in literature, who created Peter Pan? It was J.M. Barrie. Ladies and gentlemen, her indoors just logged out of Twitch. What can I tell you? Touchy, touchy. Gordy said everyone's a winner. That's all I've got to say. I mean, what can I tell you? It's just...
Don't worry, I'm back.
Oh, she's back. She's like a bad smell. Hard to get rid of, ladies and gentlemen. Number 4. From which country did Brazil declare independence in 1822? It was Portugal. Give yourself a point for that one. Yam the man. Which player currently holds the World of Football soccer transfer record? Neymar from Barcelona to PSG. It's all Electric Sheep Minions doing. I hope you realise this, her indoors.
I'll find out where he lives.
Yeah, there you go. It's a case of taken. She has a very special set of skills. In math, here we go, folks. I've got the feeling this might be in the correct order now. In mathematics, how many prime numbers are there between 10 and 15? The answer is 2. Which is 11 and 13. The next one should be the punk band. Yes, indeed. Which punk band released the album London Calling in 1979? It was, her indoors,
The Blonde Singer.
The Clash, ladies and gentlemen. Just don't listen to her indoors. Very good album indeed, Jesse. I agree. Number 8. Now, I liked this question, which probably means, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and you gender-neutral people out there on the interweb. Using only addition, how do you add 8 eighths and get the number 1,000? 5 points up for grabs if you had this. 888 plus number 88 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 equals 1,000. And if you're not sure what 8 is, or if it has come up as something different on the subtitles, 8 is 7 plus 1. Bob Baroness Burnham's just said Jodie's dad got that one right. Well, I'm glad he got one right tonight. Progress, not perfection. Number 9, who was the first American president to shake hands with the Cuban leader Fidel Castro? It is Bill Clinton. Why, thank you very much, Radiant Raluca. You pronounce 8 like 8. Yes, I know. I love you too. Gordy got it, being a boring accountant. Well, I tell you what, I've heard Gordy called many things, but it's never been an accountant. Okay, moving swiftly on to number 10. Our last question in our quiz show tonight. Solve this dingbat for 5 points for a well-known 2-word term or phrase. What do you see? You see the word level. What is wrong with it? It is split. Split level for 5 points. Things are getting so much clearer now that I see that Gordy is an accountant and Pete is also an accountant. Now I understand why their score every week is so inflated. Boom! Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed tonight as much as I did, especially that little dig at her indoors. What can I tell you? Absolutely beautiful. Space Dracula, Radiant Raluca, potato bread for breakfast tomorrow. Mark, 8 is not 8. Well, if you eat the potato bread, then you ate it. You know what I mean. It's a family show, Gordy. I can't say that. Okay, folks, put your score into the chat, please. Let me see. We got some scores coming in. The Bray family, 114. Boom! Well done. Kevin in Cyprus, being very honest tonight, 69 points. Well, I like the way you're thinking, Kevin. Space Dracula, Tato. I got 2 packets of Tato in a birthday present left at my front door 2 days ago. Beautiful. 110, Minion Jesse, well done. Nesberg, 69. Everyone likes a 69. Sully, 104. Bob, Baroness of Burnham, 88. Congratulations. SRB over in America, 61. Sully sent potatoes. I know. Joella, 64. I did terribly the second half. Norma, naughty Norma, 80. Gordy, 86. Do a recount, Gordy. I'm sure you'll inflate that. Joella said she doesn't think the mug of wine was such a good idea. That's because you only had one. Pete, 104. Damar, 1980. 107. Where are your photographs? Tatoes. Amanda, solo tonight, 53. Congratulations. Grab 88. 104. Gordy says the same with the mug of tenants. Yeah. A Tato sandwich and a mug of Barry's tea. Well, Sully, I did see today on Instagram that Kelly's are now stocking Barry's tea. Maybe you and naughty Norma might be a little bit happy to hear that. But unfortunately, no Tato crisps. I don't miss much, Damar 1980. Anything I miss on purpose, my friend. I want a picture of you and Rach as soon as possible. Okay, folks, this is your last chance to type George into the chat to get entered into tonight's draw, and we are raffling off one of the Irish Questionmark mugs, which Her Indoors has assured me she will get you with the handle on, because she's going to wrap it extra special. A box inside a box, which is also going to be wrapped, apparently. That's the plan. Wouldn't it be nice, Baroness of Burnham, to get one in one piece to her new home? Okay, Her Indoors. Atlantic Sheepman is dreading winning. It can't. No, please. Do not test fate. Okay, so we need to close tonight's draw. Let me see. We'll close the entries. Entries are now closed. Let's pick a winner. Who is it going to be? Maybe not. It could be Naughty Norma. Naughty Norma. I think Naughty Norma deserves one of the Irish Questionmark mugs. Give us a drum roll. Keep it going. Build it up. Keep it going. It is Electric Sheep Minion, ladies and gentlemen. Who says that the laptop doesn't listen? Who says that the laptop doesn't listen? Holy folks, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to have to film me doing the next draw because I am sure people think that I can choose who it is. It is absolutely and utterly chose at random. Oh man, you couldn't make it up. You couldn't make it up. Liz is saying, now choose me, Mark. Oh, fantastic, folks. Okay, folks, what can I tell you? It has been an absolutely beautiful, beautiful Friday night with you once again. Arto, give me a call tomorrow so we can talk about the recipe book. See how you're getting on. Oh, man. Norma's saying she's waiting for the air fryer. Yes, just before the air fryer, we'll talk a lot about Naughty Norma, and we'll see whether the computer listens when it should do on our big draw in a couple of weeks' time for the air fryer, the Irish Questionmark endorsed air fryer. What can I tell you, folks? Folks, thank you very much indeed. I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed tonight's show once again. This is show number 47. Irish Questionmark and her indoors saying good night. Her indoors.
Night, night.
Alrighty, folks. On behalf of myself, the family, Junior, and all the gang, stay the frank at home.
The whole world's caught a virus. You're not in this alone, but you can help to cure it. Just stay the fuck at home.
We're all stuck here in quarantine. It's like the Twilight Zone. To save the world, you only have to stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Don't you be a fucking dick.
Just stay the fuck at home.
If you're locked down with your hubby or going in alone, sisters need to teach their men, stay the fuck at home.
Whether you've got 12 kids or you're living on your own, shut it down and isolate, stay the fuck at home.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Watch Netflix in your underwear.
Just stay the fuck at home.
But I need the gym and I need the beach. We hear you bitch and moan. You need to grow a brain cell and stay the fuck at home.
But I feel fine, I don't feel sick. I'll go out on my own. I think of you, you selfish prick. Just stay the fuck at home.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Sit on the couch and do fuck all.
Just stay the fuck at home.
If you think you're not at risk, you're living in a dome. Spreads faster than a hooker's leg, so stay the fuck at home.
To the doctors and the truckies, those who put food on our plate, you keep the whole place running so we can isolate.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
You can be a hero too.
Stay the fuck at home.
The only way to slow it down is isolate, not roam. Help the world get back on track and stay the fuck at home.
Sit on the couch and drink VV, get shit-faced on your own. We don't care what you're doing there, just stay the fuck at home.
you need to contact family, use Facebook, Skype or phone. Yeah, we've got the fucking internet, so stay the fuck at home.
From LA through to Berlin, from Wuhan through to Rome, there's
Leave the
people
fire on.
dying every day. Please stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Don't you be a fucking dick.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Don't you be a fucking dick.
Stay the fuck at home.
Stay the fuck at home.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care. And be careful any packages you open from strangers, especially Electric Sheep Minion. I love you, folks. I'll see you next week. Thank you very much. Show number 48. Spread the news. But don't tell anyone about show number 50. Bye.